there was one other thing last night that El-Saye did touch on, and it goes back to Politico ran a while back, a Zoom call where he's talking to donors. And essentially, he's making the case of how if somebody is not pure enough as a Democrat, they need to be primaried. And the case in point was Fetterman. Listen to this, and then we will show you how she has responded and what he said last night about it. Watch.
As if I win, you're just like, well, y'all came to me, so now I get to come at you. And, you know, primarying people like John Fetterman, I have no problem to do that. Like, I'm looking forward to it. And people are like, oh, we don't primary the Senate. I'm like, watch me do it. And then what happens is, ideally, you put one ogre on a pike, and then everyone else gets the message.
And so some people thought that they were referring to her as the ogre. And one of the things she said last night, thank you for clarifying, you didn't call me an ogre. He made it very clear he was talking about Fetterman. Watch.
Referring to a guy named John Fetterman, who's a senator from Pennsylvania, who has done terrible things, got elected on a set of values, and is now completely throwing those values in the mud. And I do think it's important for any senator in Michigan to have a relationship with folks who are in the U.S. Senate. And if those folks are not actually acting in accordance with what they got elected on, I think it's important for all of us to have an honest opinion about what we're going to do to make sure that our Senate looks like the people it represents.
So Fetterman responded.
He said, I picked being Senator Shrek over being the Pontiac planter any day. I mean, Plattner, like Graham Plattner, any day.
And by the way, the graphic of that, absolutely awful, especially in today's relatively violent times. You watched Mayor Mamdani make comments vilifying Israel and Jews regularly. Next thing you know, people getting shot in Central Park, shot and stabbed in Central Park. I think he should watch where they're putting heads on pikes. Also, Fetterman did this horrible thing by saying, Israel's an ally and should be supported. He did this horrible thing by saying, of course, the border was broken under Joe Biden. He let everybody in, and there's nothing wrong with enforcing the border. So what Fetterman shows you in Pennsylvania, in order to get elected, he's been a moderate. So that horrifies a would-be senator from Michigan who's going to waste his party's time and decides unilaterally to primary the one reasonable Democrat that will work with Republicans, John Fetterman. That's what you might be getting in Michigan. I'm not too sure that flies in a so-called purple state.
Well, let's see who's going to win the primary, because it's going to be between those two.
And the president was out there rallying for the Republican.
I just got to think Mike Rogers has got to be favored in this. I look at all the Cook report, they said leans left. Mike Rogers lost by 19,000 votes against a so-called moderate Alyssa Slotkin. These two candidates don't add up to Alyssa Slotkin's quality. They don't have a CIA background that she had coming in. So I think Mike Rogers got to be favored, and he didn't have to waste any money being primaried.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.